first of all, love this movie.
Thank you.
Saw it at Newport Beach Film Festival in October of last year.
Oh,
Cried the whole way through. I revisited this movie again last week to prep for this interview. Cried again. This is such a special film. And what was it like to be a part of this? Because this is something that it's gonna touch a lot of people, especially now that it's coming home onto home video, and it really does and show a sign of what people some people are going through right now.
yeah. I think that this story is incredibly relevant, especially in 2025. It also has like a bit of a nostalgic feel to it too, which is kind of also really reminiscent of what 2025 is really about, which is, people kind of longing for the past and also like feeling very isolated and lonely and like they um don't have anyone to talk to. And when they do, they try to reach out online. And, I just think that it's a very relevant story. And what I thought was really also really cool about it is that it's so simple. It's about two characters. It's about people, about well, multiple characters, but it's really about this relationship between these two people. And I just thought that that was so beautiful, and there's nothing there to there's no gimmicks. There's nothing to there's no anything to distract from just the feeling. And I think that it's going to confront people with a lot of uncomfortable feelings. I've been, showing this to my friends over the past year, and people that I've known for 10 years are after the movie devastated, things I didn't know about them, starts conversations about it. They're all hugging me, talking about these things I've never heard them talk about. I think it really unravels things in people. And it's also like really it's just disorienting how sweet it is as well, because we kind of are in a world of a lot of negativity, and that's kind of the point of the movie is like you are I think someone called it exposure therapy to kindness in a way. So I really like that way of putting it.
Yeah, and that's why like after the pandemic, I think we saw more of this.
Mhm.
Where back in before the pandemic, it was very behind closed doors. People really didn't show it. And movies like this, there needs to be more movies like this because I think a lot of after everybody's hiding behind a screen, hiding behind a phone, interactions are not the same, and talking with with one another, especially to solve problems. And that's what this film really touched with me. It's just how much having somebody in your life who's a friend can change your whole mentality and outcome.
Yeah, and people who don't feel absolutely isolated, maybe when they watch Lily, it like strikes a fear in them of like this kind of like, she's like speaking to the void. This is like an incredibly unsexy character in the way of she's someone that you would typically ignore. This is the person at the grocery store that you see. This is the person that you see when you're just like walking around, and someone that has no one. And who isn't really good at social media, who isn't doesn't know how to interact the correct quote unquote correct way that people her age are connecting. And I thought it was a such a wonderful, complicated character that is that we could see anywhere. I mean, there's lilies everywhere. We all have parts of lilies in ourselves, and she kind of is this incredibly disarming character where she's just so vulnerable and so real and raw that like it really it shakes you in a way.
Yeah, and your scenes with John Leguizamo are just like almost it's like a play. It's like almost like you're sitting in a theater watching a play between you because it's so natural. The conversation so on point. What was it like and to be playing off of a legend like John Leguizamo? But also, what did you learn from him while going through the role?
Yeah, I think what John has is like a really amazing confidence that I think like only from being such a legend and having like decades of like just incredible work under your belt that can really, he's so chill with it. And I think that as actors we can get in our head so much and then overthink everything, and then it actually works against us. And with John, it felt like I just had to throw everything out the window and just be present. And that's really what where acting, in my opinion, flourishes. And so to work with someone so good as that, and to have someone to like a scene partner that is just so wonderful and so effortless and naturalistic. And I always try to be as naturalistic as possible with my acting, just from like how I started my career. It's for me, less is always more. And with this character that is so such a raw nerve of a person and so emotionally explosive, it was really out of my element to kind of not mask it behind like a bunch of like layers of protection. So it was really cool. It was just that I think with John, it helped me, and with French too. It was just both of them really were just great like father figures to me and really supported me through it. And it just felt like everyone was on the same team instead of making anyone else feel like they were uncomfortable or not doing a good job. It just felt like always like very supportive.
Yeah. Barbie, thank you so much for stopping with us. Really appreciate it. Film is an amazing film, and I hope everybody sees it because this is something that will really touch every individual who watches it. And if you want to see it, we'll put a link below so that you can purchase the film. It's out now. Barbie, thank you so much for stopping
Thank
with us.
you. I appreciate it. Ooh.